to us about what's happening at AlphaTauri. A lot's happened, innit?
So I want
a lot of changes.
I want to start off by I replenish my support for this F1 team, this F1 organization.
Excuse me, what?
I'm done. I replenish. I replenish. I make up my own work. My own word. I replenish.
I was thinking, what is that? Is South London vernacular? You get me? What's that about?
Is that language? Is that like official language in Croydon or something? Like?
Official language. Official. I give up my support.
So the man that was doing AlphaTauri stocks all year is just I'm out.
I'm out of AlphaTauri. I think this year's been a tough year. It's been a very, very bad year. I mean, 2021. Let me start there. You were what, P6 in the constructors, so we're just behind Alpine by like 10 or 20 points. So we were competing with Alpine and McLaren before this season, and also in this season we come 9th. And Williams don't count as a team member, so we basically finished last. You basically finished last in the constructors, and every race I'm seeing bozo strategies going on. I'm seeing duct tape on cars. I'm just seeing so much dominance with this team. The DNA of Minardi is in the strongest team. It's too strong. Yeah, let me start properly though with AlphaTauri. I feel like we should begin the season. I had a lot of high hopes for the season, to be honest, because like the P6, we're not too far of Alpine and McLaren. I thought to myself, we were the best of this bunch. We're the best of the originally the best of the Haas bunch, the Alfa Romeos, the Williams, Aston Martins, were best of that group. But then what's happened since is we had Francois wasn't really a lot of the race track side. Our team principal, he wasn't really there. So again, that's when your team principal is not coming to the races, that lack of leadership is not there, which kind of I think leads back into our strategies being all over the place. Jody Egginton, the designer, poor car design this year, especially when you see how Haas and Alfa Romeo using their Ferrari links have improved and they went up the field this year. The gear half the season, these guys were cooking, whilst look at AlphaTauri, like us, we were struggling at the lower back end of the grid. I mean, yeah, cool. The first race after Barcelona were decent, but after then, the development of the car was just poor. Obviously, new drivers coming in this season as well. I mean, Pierre's gone. I mean, I feel like Pierre was a big stable in the team since he came out for Red Bull. He's obviously got the win before with AlphaTauri as well in the Monza. 3 years in the team? You know, he's a solid stable to AlphaTauri, and he's going to be a miss. I mean, he was scoring a lot of the points as well this year and last year as well, so that's going to be a big loss for sure. I mean, to be fair with Yuki, he actually was matching Gasly this year.
Thank you for making that point.
Huh?
Thank you for making that point.
He was matching Gasly a lot of time this year, qualifying race pace, but he had a lot of issue with strategy that let him down. Baku was like the perfect example. When I was up in Baku Hungary, perfect. I was up in like P7, I was up in the points, and then bad strategy just let him down and dropped him down to what, P15 in the field. So the talent is there with him. The talent is there. We all know the talent is there. Listen, Chris will be telling me the talent is there. And it was by Yuki coin on the pod. So the ops of the Yuki Eye, they know the talent is there. But it's just been very inconsistent in coming in bunches. And I'm scared that it's going to happen the next year. I mean, De Vries is coming in, cool. He did have good race for Williams and Monza, but he didn't do much at the same time. Like, he qualified P12. Obviously, there was 2 DNFs in front of him. And then he just kind of coasted to go home. He got P10. So, you know, he got the points. So he's a steady head driver, but I'm not excited. There was rumors that, you know, they wanted Mick to come in. He was looking at Courtney Hurt as well to come in as well. Like, and I think that shows where the team is. There's a lot of instability. It's not stable, this team. It's very unstable at the moment. A lot in the future is in the air with, you know, Honda wanting to, you know, invest more. Honda's going to be on the card next year as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, Andrea trying looking as well to buy an F1. AlphaTauri, you know, team owned by Red Bull as well. It's very, I know you said Haas and Williams, but AlphaTauri would not be surprised if, you know, RB Dietrich as well, he died, the owner of Red Bull. So I would not be surprised if, like, the funding for the team goes down as well. So it's a very, very questionable time for the team. and they've got about like 10 different academy drivers now in F2, which is crazy. Like, you don't need Hadjer, you don't need Arasa, you don't need Lawson, you don't need Maloney, you don't need Fittipaldi, you don't need all these men in the same series either. Just have one or two guys. Have Rasa, no, have Hadjer, have Rasa, maybe Lawson. That's it. You don't need all the other man as well, because it's going to be a situation where
it's La Masia, man.
It's La Masia. Don't get me wrong. It's La Masia. It's Haylanders, Cobhams, all of that. But this season is going to be make a break now. What do you say?
Don't slide Cobham in there, but
don't talk shit. Don't talk shit. Don't talk shit.
Not even no Cobham.
Don't talk shit.
Mount hasn't been playing well, but I'll go off topic. But yeah, this year, long story short, for AlphaTauri, make a break because Yuki's on the 1 year deal. This is
a make a break for everybody.
Why is it make a break? Why is it make
a break for the drivers and the team?
And the team, yeah. Because both drivers are on 1 year deal. The way the team is going, obviously, linked with Red Bull, Perez on a 1 year deal as well. Perez is probably going to bounce. So it's going to be between, obviously, Yuki and De Vries for that season.
So I've got a question. Sorry, Kwame. Yeah. When you say make or break, why is it make or break? Like, Alpha, they've had worse drivers. They've had Brendan Hatley. They've had man that knows.
What happened to them, man? Their man.
But then, like, the team's still going to exist. Like,
the
Red Bull money. They're still going to.
The team is for sale, though.
Yeah.
It's been for sale openly for a while.
Yeah, but no one's gonna buy it. No one's coming in to buy it. So for as long as it's still a team that's running in F1, they're still gonna try and put in the best of their young drivers there to see if they can always make the cut in F1.
But if the car is mid, how do you work that out?
Yeah,
it's not just the car that's the problem. There's the strategy problem too, right?
Yeah, big
and you know, I think this happens with them like every now and then. Like they go through a phase where they're decently good, like where they're like, you know, they have a driver that's decently good, scoring very good points, and then they just die out again. You know, Gasly's heart and soul was not in it from probably 2 years ago. He's been like done out from there, like, you know, and then he just became openly frustrated and started talking until he's got his move away. And Yuki is Yuki. So overall, I love the kid, but Yuki is Yuki, right? You know what you're going to get from Yuki. You're going to get 2 decent races. You're going to get 3 bad races.
I disagree.
Ability to the game is what it is. Like, you know, I've got a bit of Yuki coin myself.
I mean,
it is what it is.
I hear you.
I mean, some of them are not his fault. Some of them is circumstantial. Some of them is, you know,
crashing out the pit lane in Canada.
He was cooking that race, though.
So he was cooking that race. He was having a good race until then.
He's having a good race, and to be fair, there's actually no issue with the car with the brake issue still. The car actually no type brake issue. There's a reason why the car keeps. They might keep looking up. Gasly was looking up bad this year. You could look up bad this year because there was the issue with the brakes.
You know,
the car was so bad it made Gasly look awful.
Like, the car was horrible.
That's the reason why they might have to make how Mick look bad, even though it had a good year.
The car was horrible. The car had Tariq not tweeting about F1 for a bit.
Bro,
that's how bad it was. It broke Tariq, man. And if you know Tariq don't break easy, but it broke Tariq.
But yeah,
it is.
So my question is what are we expecting Kwame this season? Does it usually it's like if Red Bull are good and that Honda engine is popping, they usually go the same direction.
That's the issue.
But last year that wasn't the case.
That's been the issue because this year they decided to do completely left field. So obviously, you know, we all know AlphaTauri, Red Bull, same company, have the same parts. This year, they were in a completely different direction in the car. So you can see how their car was. They were different. So,
do you think it's part of trying to make themselves more sellable to show that we're no longer Red Bull's
I don't think
sister team?
I mean, that's one thing. So, like I said, they changed name, so they came in from a junior team to a sister team and all that. But like a big issue was like the front axle. No, it's like just the car design has been completely different this year, which is a big issue. I don't feel like they're trying to make it more marketable because to be more marketable is you have to win races. That's how you're marketable in F1. That's how you sell a car. So they took a gamble, took a risk, and it didn't pay off. But I just felt like they were trying to distance themselves. I feel like there's been maybe a structure in Red Bull have Red Bull where you go this way, you go that way, kind of thing, and try and make it more two distinct teams. But I don't think that's the way to go because look at Ferrari, look at how close their relationship is with Haas. They got Simone Wester, who was at Ferrari, and now he's dropped down to Haas, for example. Alfa Romeo as well, their cars have all been very, very similar. It doesn't make no sense when you've got Adrian Newey there, you've got the aerodynamics of the car being phenomenal, the facilities there, while you decided just to go left now. I get cool, you're based in Firenze, you're based in Milton Keynes, it's different, but it didn't make any sense. And it's actually mad how we were better when we had James Key earlier than we have Jody at this moment, and it's scary. Like I've seen worse with the team when they had man like Brahim Yagushari, them man, but yeah, it's not good. I don't know what to expect the team. I don't know what to expect.
You don't know.
Like I said, last season I thought there would be fighting the Alpines and McLaren. Obviously, this year they tailed off massively. So this year I thought they'd be in a mix with the Alfa Romeo and Haas. That's where I see them. But even that's a disappointment from where they were.
Yeah. Before we close off on AlphaTauri, what's your big prediction for that team this year? Whether it be driver moves, where they be, or what position they finish, whatever. What's your big prediction?
I back the coin, I back the agenda, man. So the reason ain't gonna be there next year. I don't think.
God damn.
Put my Yuki coin out there, man. Yuki Red Bull, man. Screw it.
Yuki Red Bull.
Yuki Red Bull.
Facing Perez.
Shameless, man. Shameless, but yeah, screw it.
If that happened, you'll never hear the end of this from me, man.
Screw it, man. Let me be hopeful, man. Let me be hopeful with this coin. You're saying no. Let me clarify this. You're saying DeFries to the streets. Yeah. No, the DeFries one, I'm actually being semi-genuine.
DeFries is hitting the streets, yeah.
Because of how many academy drivers there are. You've got Arasa, you've got Hadja. Them two are gonna cook this year. Them two, like they're gonna cook. Yeah, I think them guys are gonna compete for the F2 title. Arasa had a very good second half of the season. I like Arasa a lot, but he's very inconsistent. But I feel like towards the end, that inconsistency patched up, and he's got the racecraft, and I feel like he can take it for a Yuki left. Hadja as well, F3, he was cooking as well this year. Probably, even though he only finished P4, he's probably the best driver in the field this year as well, to be honest. Better than Martin as well. Him and Beerman. I know Chris is doing his face. Him and Beerman, yeah, I'm head and head, but yeah, he's a hot talent.
Rate the boy from Barbados, isn't it? Yeah.
But Maloney.
Maloney, you know.
Maloney's there as well. Apparently there. So there's too many young drivers and both of them, Perez, Yuki, and De Vries all 1 year deal. So someone's leaving. If all three leave, I wouldn't be surprised.
Man said it's X Factor over there.
Literally X Factor. Everyone's got talent.
All right, cool.
Everyone's got talent. It's literally the buzzer. They're hitting the buzzer. You're through, you're out. You make the judges' houses. It's gonna be musical chairs. The Red Bull's gonna be back, man. Because they've been too stable in the past 3 seasons.
I said they've been too stable.
So they need someone getting kicked out halfway through the season.
Musical chairs, yeah.
All right.
Became chaos.
You need chaos. Thank you so much on that. We'll see what AlphaTauri do. We'll see what happens in the future. The last team we're going to speak about is Haas.
Actually,
Haas are an interesting team.
So,
go on.
I'm about to say, I wouldn't. Franz Tost as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a bad season. I wouldn't be surprised if he retires or leaves either.
Oh wow.
He has
been there
the safest job in F1.
But Lewis doesn't know who he is. Lewis doesn't even know how he is. So that's he's doing.
He has a safe job. There's no threats of him getting fired. No one's looking to sign him out of there. He's just chilling, collecting money and going home.
He looked after Vettel, Sainz, Verstappen. Kvyat got promotions.
He's got equity, man.
Too many of those kids have gone to Red Bull, and like some of them have cooked and stuff, or gone to other teams and they've cooked. He's like, you know what? This guy, judge of talent, he's clear and able to develop these man. He's clear. So it's
he's got
built up that equity in that sense.
And I've also heard he's good management skills as well. But when it comes to the car, though, the car designs, they've always been mid-table for a reason. But like you said, Chris, he's got good talent ID. But let's move on.